Hi, this is Marky Mans with the um, group presentation with Group 3 answering question 6. So, question 6 reads as describe dynamics associated with human sex trafficking, including a description of those most vulnerable to being trafficked, underlying reasons for why trafficking occurs, and current efforts to stop and the practice to stop the practice of human sex trafficking. Um, So I'll just begin by giving a general overview of what that is. Human trafficking is defined as modern day slavery and involves the use of force, fraud, or coercion to obtain some type of labor. Two big myths about that, to kind of just start off with it is only women and children. That is a myth. It does involve men too, not just young boys and girls or women. It affects men too, so they can become victims. Another myth is it doesn't exist in the United States. It does, in fact, exist in the United States. It isn't just in other foreign countries, and it's a big myth that I had to debunk right there. Four facts that I have about it are one of them is 70% are women and girls. It kind of backs up the myth a little bit. Um, is that it's not 100%. It is 70. If it's 70%, it is most. Um, more than half, a good number more than half, but isn't all. The next fact is to follow up with that 30% of reported cases. Keep in mind these reported cases. 30% are men and boys, so they are definitely victims of this. Um, Another fact is 9,000 reported cases in 2017, um, and it's estimated that that has went up by 13% ever since. So you kind of just do the math there. Um, that's a little bit more of a 10,000 now at an estimation. And the last fact is it's estimated $150 billion in profits from sex trafficking every year. So it's a huge, money maker, a huge profit. It's very sad that it is that way, but those are the facts. So those are a few facts for it that I had. And I also have three questions that I'm going to answer specifically. Um, and that money fact kind of goes into this next question. Why does sex trafficking occur? To put it in the most simplest way, there are many reasons why it could occur, but the biggest, most frequent, factual reason why sex trafficking occurs is because of the money. Um, like I said, it's $150 billion every year in profits, estimated, and they say that's pretty accurate. My research shows that it's pretty accurate. That it's just a big money maker at the end of it, and that's it's just an easy way to make money if you're involved in it. Um, Another question that I have is who is most vulnerable to human sex trafficking? And my answer to that is anyone that is alone in public or in dangerous areas without witnesses or any kind of protection. Um, But to get more specific into who specifically could be the most vulnerable to human sex trafficking, that is women or children that are in public with no witnesses or in dangerous areas with no protection. Um, who's least vulnerable? Probably, it says men between ages 20 and 40. I guess they're seen as less vulnerable and they can handle themselves more during, you know, throughout, human sex trafficking. They can defend themselves more, so they might not be a target as much. So that was that. Efforts to reduce or prevent sex trafficking was my third and final question. Um, to spread awareness about the prevention and protection about human trafficking is the undoubtedly best way to help prevent and reduce the numbers for sex trafficking, at least in the United States. There's not many things you can do except for prepare yourself and be aware and be knowledgeable, because these attacks kind of happen at random. There are places where it's more likely, but it can happen to anyone at any time, any place, anywhere. So just to educate yourself, learn how to protect yourself, and just kind of don't really go anywhere alone that you know you may not have people around, or it may be a dangerous area or kind of sketchy area. So those are those. The one question that I have for the class um, is, have you thought about the reality of human sex trafficking affecting you or someone you know? And how would you protect yourself if you were to get in a situation where that would affect you or someone that you know or someone close to you? Um, I would just ask the class to think about that and kind of reflect on that a little bit. And that's my part of the presentation. All my information is referenced from www.dosomething.org in an article called 11 Facts About Human Trafficking. So that was my part of the presentation. Thank you.